Greetings from Accent Avenue, our channel. I'm going to share something with you today that has the power to permanently alter your life. Jordan Peterson's 12 Rules for Life is the book we are discussing today. One of the best things you can do for yourself is to read books. Why? Because books are written by some of the smartest and most successful individuals in the world, and they include decades of experience. You can spend a few minutes learning from experts rather than years trying to figure out life on your own. Reading a book typically takes 10 to 15 days, but this one video will teach you all you need to know in a clear, effective, and straightforward manner. And believe me, this information has the power to alter your thoughts, behavior, and way of life. The most precious resource in life is time. Everybody has the same number of hours in a day, but how you spend them determines your destiny. I'll be sharing 12 guidelines from this book that can change your perspective, increase your self-confidence, and help you succeed greatly, so be sure to watch through to the finish. Additionally, it will make your English better. Reading influential literature improves your ability to think in English, comprehend complex concepts, and pick up new vocabulary. Your confidence, speaking abilities, and vocabulary will all improve. Remember to subscribe to our channel before we begin, so you don't miss any of our stunning stuff. If you would like more book summaries, please like this video. At the conclusion, leave a comment with your favorite rule. Let's begin with the first of the 12 rules for life that can change your life. Rule 1. Keep your shoulders back and stand upright. What does this signify? Posture is only one aspect of this regulation. It's about self-respect, strength, and confidence. You are communicating to the world and to yourself that you are powerful, competent, and prepared to take on problems when you stand erect with your shoulders back. What makes this significant? It has been demonstrated by science that our attitude is influenced by body language. You feel weaker, less confident, and more nervous if you slouch, keep your head down, and avoid making eye contact. However, your brain immediately raises your confidence levels, and you begin to feel more powerful if you walk with confidence, stand tall, and make eye contact. Those who appear strong, self-assured, and in charge are respected. Consider 2 job applicants. Candidate 1 enters stooped over, speaking softly, avoiding eye contact and looking down. This individual lacks confidence, the interviewer believes. Candidate 2 enters the room tall, smiling, speaking clearly, and maintaining intense eye contact. This individual is strong, smart, and capable, the interviewer believes. Who do you believe will be hired? Candidate 2, of course, because of presence and confidence, not because of knowledge. How can I use this in my daily life? Breathe deeply, bring your shoulders back, and stand in front of the mirror every morning. Tell yourself, I am strong, I am confident, I can handle anything. Keep your head up, look people in the eye, and smile when you're out in public. Never allow uneasiness or fear to make you weaker. Take control of your space. This small shift in body language can have a profound impact on your success, relationships, and confidence. Rule 2. Treat yourself as though you are in charge of assisting the majority of people in caring for others more than they do for themselves. They support their loved ones, assist friends, and offer guidance. However, they disregard themselves when it comes to their own lives. If a friend or child was ill, you would see to it that they received the care, rest, and affection they needed. Do you, however, treat yourself with the same compassion when you are under stress, exhausted, or dealing with issues? The majority of people don't respect themselves or their own demands. They remain mired in negative behaviors, poisonous relationships, and self-doubt because of this. Let's say a close buddy of yours is having difficulties. They are on the verge of giving up on their aspirations, feel lost, and lack self-confidence. Would you call them worthless, disparage them, and assure them that they would never be successful? Obviously not. You would assist them get back up by encouraging and supporting them. But what do you do when you don't succeed? You think you're not good enough, you criticize yourself, and you label yourself a failure. Solution: take care of yourself the way you would like to be treated. Be mindful of your health. Get adequate sleep, eat healthily, and exercise. Take care of your emotional well-being. Avoid harmful habits, toxic individuals, and unfavorable surroundings. Make an investment in yourself. Develop your confidence, pick up new talents, and read literature. Your entire life will alter when you begin to love and respect yourself. Rule 3. Become friends with those that wish you well. Your future is shaped by your surroundings and friends. Negative, indolent, and toxic people will drag you down if they are around you. However, you will develop if you surround yourself with positive, driven, and encouraging people. The individuals in your immediate vicinity have an impact on your thinking. Success spreads easily. You will be inspired to do better if your pals are ambitious and industrious. You lose your vitality and start to mistrust yourself with toxic individuals. Let's say you have 2 friend groups. Group A, constantly griping, gossiping, and offering justifications. They discourage you from trying anything new and never improve themselves. Group B supports you, challenges you to improve, and acknowledges your accomplishments. Which organization do you believe will support your personal development? Group B, of course. Answer: be in the company of ambitious, upbeat people. Terminate friendships that are unhealthy and negatively impact your life. Read literature, surround yourself with inspiring people, and look for mentors. Recall that the average of the 5 individuals you spend the most time with determines who you are. Make an informed decision. Rule 4. Don't compare yourself to other people today. Instead, compare yourself to who you were yesterday. Everybody compares themselves to others all the time in our environment. People begin to feel like failures when they look at social media and see images of people who have achieved great success, bought luxury automobiles, and traveled the world. Why am I not as successful as them? They ask themselves. How come my life isn't as ideal as theirs? However, the reality is that one of the main causes of people's dissatisfaction and lack of motivation is comparison. You're concentrating on the incorrect thing when you evaluate yourself against other people. You're focusing on someone else's journey, which is quite different from your own, rather than your own advancement. According to this guideline, you should only evaluate yourself against your previous self. Am I better than that person? Is not the right question to ask. However, am I a better person now than I was yesterday? Consider a pair of individuals. Every morning when they wake up, the first person checks social media. They see people with millions of followers, fancy homes, and six-pack abs. They think, I'll never be as successful as them, feel depressed, and lose drive. The second individual compares themselves to their previous selves rather than to others. Could I have done better today? They wonder themselves. Am I picking up new knowledge? Am I making any progress, even if it's only a small one? Which individual do you believe will develop, get better, and succeed in the end? The second individual, because they are concentrating on their own trip rather than wasting time feeling envious. Consider 2 pupils. They are both attempting to learn English. The first student thinks, I will never speak like them, after watching YouTube videos of fluent English speakers. I have terrible English. They eventually quit learning after becoming disheartened and losing confidence. The second pupil evaluates themselves against their former selves. As they say, I learned 5 new words today, compared to just 10 yesterday. I was unable to construct a sentence last month, but today I was able to speak 2 complete English sentences. They are inspired, continue to learn, and eventually master the language. What's the difference? One is centered on improving oneself, while the other is centered on others. How should this rule be applied? Write down 1 item you accomplished better than the day before each day. Progress is any improvement, no matter how tiny. Don't waste time contrasting your life with those of others on social media. Your trip is not the same as theirs. Make it your goal to improve by 1% each day if you want to succeed. Over time, minor adjustments will lead to enormous results. Instead of feeling envious, you will feel inspired, strong, and unstoppable when you concentrate on your own development. 5th rule: don't allow your kids to do anything that gets you angry. This is not only a parental rule, it's about respect, self-control, and personal development. The most common error parents make is not instilling discipline in their kids. A youngster will grow up to be an adult who struggles in life if they act out, treat others disrespectfully, and never face repercussions. They have no idea how to work hard, manage criticism, or control their emotions. However, this guideline extends beyond child rearing. It's about you and your self-discipline. If you lack self-control and do anything you want in life, you will run into issues. Imagine if you were constantly late for work, constantly put things off, squandered time on social media, never worked out, and never picked up new skills. You will live a life you don't enjoy if you continue to let yourself do things that will hurt your future. Consider a young man who was never taught self-control. His poor tendencies were never rectified by his parents. He gets a job after growing up, yet he consistently arrives late for work. He loses his temper over trivial things and is unable to cope with stress. He shirks accountability and places the blame for his shortcomings on others. He struggles financially, loses his job, and becomes unhappy as a result of these practices. He does not like the life he has established for himself. Conversely, consider a young guy who learned self-discipline from his parents. He gets up early, he accepts accountability for his errors, he has emotional self-control and doesn't get upset over trivial issues. This individual creates a life he appreciates, cultivates solid relationships, and obtains better possibilities. What behaviors am I permitting to persist in my life that will lead to issues down the road? Practice self-control. Stop doing something that you know is unhealthy. Be in the company of people who support self-improvement and discipline. Your everyday routine determines the course of your life. Make sure you are building a future you will be happy with. Rule 6. Before you criticize the world, make sure your home is in perfect order. A lot of people attribute their issues to the outside environment. They gripe about society, their boss, the government, and life in general. However, the reality is that you must first work on yourself before attempting to influence the world. How can you hope to improve anything else if your own life is in disarray? A lot of individuals claim that society is flawed, life is unfair, and wealthy people are bad. But they should first concentrate on solving their own issues rather than whining about life. Nothing changes when you complain. Acting does. Consider a pair of friends. "I don't have money," the first friend constantly laments. Wealthy individuals are fortunate. The government need to assist us. However, he wastes time watching Netflix all day, never learns about money, and never tries to improve his talents. The second friend concentrates on improving his own life rather than whining. He gains new abilities, he takes responsibility, works hard, and improves his financial status. He maintains his attention and discipline. The first friend remains in the same spot, still whining, while the second friend succeeds after a few years. Consider how you can get better rather than pointing the finger at others. Make changes to your life. routines, and attitude before whining about the rest of the world. Accept complete accountability for your choices and actions. Your life will drastically change the instant you begin to work on yourself and stop blaming the outside environment. Rule 7. In life, do what is meaningful rather than what is practical. People frequently choose the simple route. They seek immediate gratification, rapid rewards, and shortcuts. This guideline, however, informs us that pursuing meaningful endeavors, rather than merely simple or convenient ones, is the path to true success. A lot of individuals wish to succeed without working hard. They want money without having to work for it. They desire a toned figure without working out. Their goal is to become fluent in English without any practice. However, that is not how life operates. Patience, commitment, and hard work are necessary for the things that really count. Consider that you are faced with two options. Path 1 is simple. No hardships, no suffering, no difficulties. However, nothing worthwhile remains at the end. Time was squandered with no progress or achievement. Path 2 is challenging. It calls for patience, hard work, learning, and discipline. However, there is ultimately a tremendous deal of satisfaction, fulfillment, and achievement. Because they desire results quickly, most people take the easy route. However, greatness is attained by those who choose the more difficult, important path. Consider two pupils who are interested in learning English. Student A chooses the simple route. He never practices speaking, although he does watch brief videos. He avoids challenging classes. He never ventures beyond his comfort zone. He's still having trouble speaking English a year later. Student B decides on the purposeful course. He studies books, speaks despite his blunders, practices daily, and never gives up. 1 year later, he speaks with confidence and fluency. Who has been successful? The one who made the right decision. Give up trying to succeed quickly. Instead, concentrate on long-term success and genuine progress. Consider whether this decision is simple or significant. Recognize that great things require patience and hard work. Continue working and have patience. Shortcuts are not the path to success. It's about making the difficult decision to do what is meaningful. Rule 8. Don't lie, or at least tell the truth. A lot of people tell lies to both themselves and other people. Because they fear the truth, they tell lies. They wish to evade accountability. They wish to make an impression on others. However, you are ruining your own life each time you lie. This rule tells us that confidence and success are built on honesty. You will never have true self-respect or a strong character if you are unable to be honest. In the short term, lying may make life simpler, but over time, it leads to issues, stress, and failure. Consider two employees at a business. Person A is consistently truthful. He acknowledges his mistakes. Even when it's difficult, he speaks the truth. Because they are aware of his dependability, they have faith in him. Person B is a chronic liar. He places the responsibility for his mistakes on other people. He fabricates tales to enhance his reputation. People eventually lose faith in him. Who is going to succeed more? Person A, because honesty, integrity, and trust are the foundations of success in life. Quit deceiving yourself. Admit when you're not putting in enough effort and begin to get better. Be truthful with other people. Those who tell the truth are trusted. At least don't lie if you can't tell the truth. Honesty, self-awareness, and accepting responsibility are the keys to success. Rule 9. Assume that the individual you are speaking to may be aware of information that you are not. The majority of individuals enjoy talking but detest listening. They don't listen to others because they think they already know everything. However, this rule tells us that everyone has knowledge that you do not. Anyone can teach you something worthwhile if you pay close attention. Listening fosters personal development. You will stop learning if you believe you already know everything. Good listeners are respected by others. People will feel appreciated and respected if you pay attention to them. Listening aids in problem solving. Sometimes the solutions to your issues might be found in the experiences of others. Consider two individuals who share the desire to succeed in life. Person A believes he is already well informed. When something goes wrong, he places the blame on others, disregards chances, and never pays attention to advise. He waits for success to find him in his comfort zone. Nothing has changed in a year, the same life, the same reasons, the same challenges. But person B is looking for wisdom. He takes action, learns from his failures, and pays attention to successful people. He adjusts, becomes better, and keeps going even after failing. He's in a very different place a year later. Better skills, more knowledge, and a step closer to his goals. It's easy to succeed, listen, absorb, and use. People who don't want to change remain the same. People who maintain an open mind change their lives. When conversing with others, pay more attention than you say. Be receptive to new information and ask questions. Recognize that everyone can teach you something useful. You have to be open to listening and learning if you want to develop. Rule 10. Be specific. Most people speak incoherently when they speak. They use ambiguous language when speaking. Their lives become unclear, chaotic, and full of miscommunications as a result of their inability to articulate their ideas clearly. However, this rule teaches us that you need to communicate precisely if you want to enhance your life. You comprehend a problem better when you can articulate it effectively. People respect and trust you more when you talk plainly. You have a better chance of succeeding when you articulate your objectives clearly. Consider a physician making a diagnosis. It doesn't help if he simply states, "You're sick." However, the patient will now know exactly what to do if he tells them that they have a lung infection and that they must take certain medications. Life is no different. Saying, "My life is a mess," is too ambiguous. However, you now have a clear solution if you declare, "I need to make a schedule because I am having trouble managing my time." Be specific in your goal setting. Saying, "I want to be rich," is not as effective as saying, "I will start an online business in a year and save $500 per month." Give a clear description of the problem when solving it. Say something like, "I am feeling anxious because I am not exercising," rather than "I feel bad." Talk in a style that communicates your ideas clearly, powerfully, and effectively. Your life gains strength the more accurately you speak. Rule 11. Don't interfere with kids while they're skating. This guideline focuses on bravery, taking chances, and developing oneself. Many people make an effort to shield others and themselves from any danger. However, the reality is that there are risks in life, and you will never develop if you avoid them completely. Challenges, falling, failing, and trying again are how kids learn. Adults are no different. You will remain helpless, scared, and weak if you attempt to dodge challenges. Consider two young males. Man A is usually cautious. He never takes chances. He never raises his voice. He stays away from laborious tasks. He remains in his zone of comfort. He eventually grows weak, insecure, and reliant on other people. Man B is a risk taker. Even if he doesn't succeed, he launches a business. Despite his nervousness, he speaks. He picks up new skills even if they are challenging. He gains strength, self-assurance, and independence with time. Who will achieve greater success in life? Man B, since he welcomes challenges rather than avoiding them. Consider those who relocate to a new nation and begin over. They struggle, they have no contacts, and they don't speak the language. However, they become stronger, smarter, and more capable people as a result of confronting obstacles head-on. Now consider those who never take chances. They never change. They remain in the same location and engage in the same activities. Their lives start to feel weak, dull, and pointless. Give up avoiding challenges. You grow when you step outside of your comfort zone. Try again if you don't succeed. A component of success is failure. Take measured chances. You get stronger the harder you push yourself. Give up dodging challenges if you desire a prosperous, strong, and powerful existence. Rule 12. Pet a cat. If you see a cat on the street, pet it. This guideline focuses on finding tranquility and beauty throughout the trying circumstances. Life is not simple. You will experience sorrow, loss, grief, and tension. However, there are little bursts of joy and beauty even during the most dire circumstances. A stranger's kind words, the sun's warmth, or a passing kitten. You can be reminded that life is still worthwhile by these small things. Consider a situation where two people are struggling. Person A simply concentrates on the discomfort. He sees nothing positive. He is depressed. Despite the anguish, Person B finds little pleasures. He likes a cup of tea, views a sunset, or listens to music. This keeps him going and keeps him strong. Who will bounce back more quickly? Person B, as even in the dark, he finds moments of light. Numerous prosperous individuals have experienced dreadful hardships, loss, failure, illness, and poverty. However, they persisted because they concentrated on the little pleasures that gave them the willpower to go on. Consider a pupil who is having difficulty learning English. He is irritated. He does, however, comprehend a few lines after watching a movie one day. He gains the courage to go on after that brief encounter. Seek out little moments of happiness and tranquility no matter how difficult life gets. Take a moment to relax, breathe, and enjoy the small things in life if you are having trouble. Never forget that there is beauty in life, even amid suffering. Even the harshest situations can be survived with this straightforward mentality. Concluding remarks. The way to a better, more resilient life. Life is not simple. It was never and will never be. However, you have two options. Keep moaning and making excuses from where you are, or take charge and design the life you really desire. In actuality, no one is going to come to your aid. You have to create your own success, self-assurance, strength, and happiness. People who accept a responsibility are respected throughout the world. Those who speak clearly are heard by the world. Those who take chances and develop are rewarded by the world. Those who discover light even in the darkest moments are remembered by the world. What sort of person are you going to be? Will you keep making the same mistakes and leading the same life? Or are you going to use these insightful lessons to transform your life for the better? Start today if you genuinely desire a brighter future. Be clear in your speech first. Begin by accepting challenges rather than avoiding them. Begin by finding meaning in the little things in life, because you are in charge of your life. It won't be done for you by anybody else. However, nothing in this world can stop you from taking charge if you make the decision to do so today. So, do that. The future is not far off, and it is the property of those who are prepared to put up a struggle for it. If this motivated you, share your most impactful takeaway from today in the comments section below. If you would like more book summaries, please like this video.